Welcome to a lecture series on sequence and series. In this lecture, we are going to prove a theorem which is it is the second version of Cauchy's first theorem on limits. We can say that thing. In the first theorem of limits, what we have seen? We have seen the arithmetic mean of the n terms in a sequence converges to the same limit as the original sequence converges, right? Here, in the theorem, we have proved the result for the arithmetic mean, and in this theorem, we are going to prove the result for geometric mean. Let us get into the lecture. Here, you may see that given Sn is a sequence of positive terms. So, there we have not imposed any condition. Here, we are imposing a condition that it has to be a sequence of positive terms. Okay, the sequence converges to L, right? Then we are forming another sequence with the help of the terms in Sn in the way that the nth entry of the new sequence An is what? Geometric mean of the first n terms, which means what? S1, S2, the product of these terms, and we have to take the pair 1 upon n, right? So with this assumption, we have to prove this also converges to L. This is what we are going to prove. Okay. Let us take Bn to be log Sn, right? And since Sn converges to L implies what? This Bn converges to log L, right? Now using that theorem, this is by Cauchy's first theorem on limits, okay? What we can say? B1 plus B2 etc. till Bn upon n converges to log L, right? So with this we are now what is B1? It is log S1, this is log S2 and goes till log Sn upon n, which converges to log L, right? So this you may write it as 1 upon n outside, log A plus log B is log AB. So using that idea, you may write log of S1, S2, etc. Sn converges to log L. Now you may write this as what? Log S1, S2 till Sn to the power 1 upon n converges to log L. If this is the case, then what? This clearly implies S1, S2, etc. Sn to the power 1 upon n converges to L. So this is what your An converges to L. This completes the proof of this theorem. Right? Now let us see an example to illustrate this theorem. Consider a sequence Sn which is defined in the form of sine 1 plus 1 upon 1, sine 1 plus 1 upon 2, and it goes till sine 1 plus 1 upon n to the power 1 upon n. Right? Now, if we want to make use of this theorem to examine the convergence of this problem, we'll have to check the hypothesis. First of all, it has to be a sequence of what? Positive terms. So, all the entries inside this has to be positive. Here, you may notice that sine 1 plus 1 upon, okay, first of all, take this term, sine 1 plus 1 upon n. Whether this is convergent? Yes, it is convergent. When you make your n approaches infinity, what are you going to get? You are going to get sine 1, right? So, you have found the limit of the convergence, right? Now, starting from here to the maximum, it is going till sine 1, okay? Here, starting with sine 2, right? Now, if you plot the graph of a sine curve, you are going to have like this, right? This is 0 and this is pi. Pi value is 3.14. So, for all the possible values of sine between 2 and 1, so 2 is somewhat going to be here and 1 is going to be here. So, in all these things, your sine is going to be a positive quantity. Hence, the hypothesis of the theorem is verified, and hence you may make use of the theorem. So applying that theorem, this is by this theorem, what can we say? or Sn also converges to sine 1 as the nth term. Here Sn converges to L. So your An converges to L. This is what the theorem tells you. So using that you may say this. Now suppose if you consider instead of sine, let us consider tan. So tan 1 plus 1 point. Right, here tan what? Tan 1 plus 1 upon n also converges to tan 1. Okay, now let us see what is going to happen. Tan, okay, tan 0 is 0, right? So after 0 it is increasing till pi by 2, right? After that what is happening? It is going this way. So this is pi and this is 3 pi by 2, right? So this is what you have, something of this sort, right? It is not a straight line, it is some curve kind of. Okay, so what is pi by 2? It is approximately 3.14 upon 2. It is going to be 1.57, right? So after 1.57 the value is negative. From 0 to 1.57 the value is positive. Here you may check that this is a positive quantity, or tan 1 is a positive quantity because it lies somewhere here. Whereas what about tan 2? Tan 2 is going to be somewhere here. It is a negative quantity. So all the terms in this, suppose if you consider tan 1 plus 1 upon as a separate sequence, because we have a base sequence here. With the base sequence only we are going to construct another sequence and check the convergence, right? Here the base sequence is not a sequence of positive terms, as it may have positive and negative. Hence you cannot make use of this theorem to check the convergence of this problem. So whenever we are working with finding the convergence of a particular sequence using some theorems, we have to verify the hypothesis of this theorem, and hence we may directly apply the theorem result, right? This we have to always remember. Thank you for watching.